Hey, I think this might be one of these things that might be for you, but it might be for me too. You know what I mean? And it's the thought that you can't go back. Now, you can and you can't at the same time. It's it's kind of like Lot's wife. Remember Lot, Sodom and Gomorrah? Yeah, she got knocked down not because she turned around physically and looked at the life she left behind, but because she longed for the life she left behind. And sometimes I think we forget that that's actually a sin. That to be saved and to taste and see that the Lord is good, and then at some point in time say, you know what, I know you're great, Lord, but you're just not enough for me. So we're going back to the pit, right? We're going back to where we were before. And I think sometimes we forget that that's not a good thing, and you can't live that way. It doesn't work. You can't be on both sides of the fence at the same time. And the word says, that iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another, and don't be mistaken that bad company corrupts good character. You can't roll back and think that your good character or your good godly side is going to change anything. What's going to happen is the opposite, and you're going to get hauled away eventually to a place where you're going to realize maybe how far away you've gone. But you know what? That happens. We do. We look back, and unfortunately, we tend to look back with rose-colored glasses a little bit too. Let's be honest. We forget some of the crap that was in the past. But to desire that old way of life and to go back to whatever is in essence adultery with God. Think of it this way: if you were married, and some point in time during the marriage, everything's going great, and you say, you know what? My ex, we used to party and, drink and smoke up all the time and, have wild sex and, whatever, I think I'm going to go back to them. Do you really think your spouse is going to wait for you? Do you think that's a good thing? Do you think maybe there's a problem here? Yeah, it kind of makes a little more sense at that stage. But thankfully, and it is thankfully, that God's not human. Because we go forward to the story of the prodigal son, and we see he's home, and he takes off and he does all the horrible stuff, and then he comes back and he's welcomed with open arms. And you know what? If you're in a place where you have, gone back to the pit, as it were, gone back to the mud hole, or you're thinking about it, or you have at some point in time and you don't really know what's going on, God welcomes you back with open arms. But don't go thinking anything good's coming out of this. Don't go thinking you're going to have a great influence on where you are. They're going to have a bad influence on you, not the other way around. Right? So, my advice to you is to get out as fast as possible. Not go in at all would be a good one, but get out as fast as you can if you end up in there. Because it's not going to end well. If nothing else, you're going to feel like crap at some point in time. And any influence you had with other people in your life, you're going to have to wonder what kind of damage that's going to do. That's experience speaking, that one. I've been there, done that, and it's not a pleasant place to be. It's great we're welcome back with open arms, but there's a lot of crap. Anyways, I think that's for me as much as it is for you. Alright? Alright. We're in this together, boys and girls. Peace out.